Well, what do you know, the second film in a franchise isn't always the best one. Hello once again, watchers of good movies. My name is Nick Pell, and this is once again coming from my apartment. This is the first of 3 reviews that I will be putting out today, because I'm basically going to a movie, coming back, doing the review, going to a movie, going to the review, back and forth. 3 films. So this is the first of it. Now, what made the first film, The Maze Runner, so good, I thought, last year when it came out, is that the premise was so unique. We have this group of kids who are being sent up into this giant maze which is trying to kill them, and you don't know why. There's a huge amount of mystery to it, and that was what really kept me invested in the story. I rewatched the movie yesterday in preparation to go in to see the Scorch trials, just to refresh my memory. I haven't seen it since I saw it in theaters, and so I watched it, and I still really enjoyed it, despite even knowing generally what was going to happen. I did find myself still enjoying the film. Scorch Trials is so boring that it was painful at times. Dylan O'Brien is returning as the main character of this film. He continues to do good, and I'm always very impressed that he's able to balance this franchise plus his own TV show, just back and forth. That's always very good. But he continues to do a good job in this film. We have the whole slew of cast or surviving cast members from the first film back into this one. And so you have those characters, their camaraderie and everything's still there, and everyone worked well together. Aidan Gillen from Game of Thrones, he's the biggest new addition to this film, and every time you see him on screen, you just know that he's up to no good, and he plays that role really well, so I did enjoy seeing his scenes. I'm going to cover some of the good stuff before I really dive into the bad. The monsters that we have throughout this film, they all look very well done. I don't know if they're CGI or if it's just actual people in really good makeup just chasing the guys. It all looked really neat. I really did enjoy seeing the creatures because they all looked very unique. They're very creepy. It reminded me of The Last of Us at some points. Just the look of them. It worked. And then there were some good action scenes in between the long bits of boring, where I was genuinely entertained because there were either something happened that I wasn't expecting or what have you. But for the most part, a lot of the action scenes and a lot of this film just goes very much along the lines of a typical second book in a trilogy young adult movie adaptation, and just because of that, it doesn't really do anything unique. Everything that happened in this film, I was able to guess was going to happen from just like the first 20 minutes. The first 20 minutes of the film where they're in the facility and they're trying to figure out what is going on. That was also very entertaining because I wasn't sure how long they were going to stay there. I mean, the trailer spoils generally what happens. It was fun to watch those scenes, again, because of Gillen. He's fantastic. But for a good chunk of this film, I was able to kind of predict, okay, this person's going to probably get killed at some point because they don't seem to be an essential character. And I was just sitting there bored for a large chunk of this movie because it's very predictable, it's very straightforward. Not a lot really diverges from what you would expect this plot to be. I haven't read any of the Maze Runner books. I have steered clear of them because I want to go into the movie surprised as to what was going to happen. Yeah, I'm probably still not going to read them because The Scorch Trials, the book, is as boring as this movie was. I would fall asleep easily. There's a lot of shaky cam. In some of the early action scenes in particular that are really noticing this in, there's just a lot of shaky cam when the characters are running around. It becomes distracting at some points. Just because it's like, I want to see what's happening. Don't be moving the camera all around like you're running in a found footage horror film. It's just, it bugged me a lot. The film does, the last 20 minutes of the film, basically the first 20 minutes and the last 20 minutes of the film are kind of the better parts of it, just because that's where a lot of the main plot stuff actually happens. The whole, hour and a half that just is in between those times, it's very straightforward, very basic. I wasn't fearful for any of the main characters getting killed off to any degree. It would have been welcome at the end if some of these people had gotten wiped out, just because it would have been unexpected and it would have given it a bit more of a darker tone. Again, what made the Maze Runners work so well is just how unexpected it was. I didn't know what was going to happen when they finally got out of the maze. I didn't know what the purpose was. It was all a huge mystery. We didn't know Thomas or Teresa's main roles in this. And there was just nothing, really. It's just kind of go point A to point B. Oh, we got to point B. Guess what's going to happen at point B? And it just sets up the third film, which will probably be the final one, unless they split into films. I went into this film really wanting to like it. I was expecting to like it. I was hyped up for it. I was debating between going to this and Black Mass last night because they were both really high up in my excitement level factor. And I don't know. Scorch Trials, it really disappointed me. Maybe it was the hour that I went to it. Maybe, I don't know. It was something, but I didn't really enjoy it that much. I thought it was really boring. The dual ends of it were they were probably the best parts, but everything was pretty predictable for the most part, and it sets up what I could probably guess as of now is going to happen in the third film, just without even having any general knowledge of it. I could probably guess what's going to happen, because it seems to be following the very basic formula for this stuff from like Hunger Games, Harry Potter, Divergent, just all these young adult novels that generally follow the same typical plot and don't do anything really fully unique outside of their general premise. So, I don't know. Those are my thoughts on The Maze Runner Scorch Trials. Did you guys like his more than I did? Did you like it as much as I did, less than I did? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Like, favorite, comment, and subscribe once again if you so choose. I appreciate it immensely. And as always, my good people, my name is Nick Pell. And once again, keep on watching.